Hello, my loves. Welcome into this reading for those who have Mercury in the sign of Gemini. It's lovely to have you here. If you haven't already watched the introduction to these readings and you want to learn more about the Gemini archetype and energy, it's linked in the description and popping up here on YouTube. So, in our astrological story, the planets represent what, and the sign they're in represents how that what expresses. So, the what of Mercury is communication and learning. So your communication and your learning expresses itself through the Gemini energy and archetype, through the element and modality, so through this adaptable mentality, this mutable air, and through the imaginative, clever, witty, energetic, same yet different offerings that the archetype of the twin brings. Now, Mercury in Gemini is in an alignment called domicile. You see the crown and the staff there. It's indicating that Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. And so Mercury in Gemini is a very aligned place for it to be. I was going to say aligned alignment. It's this energy of communication comes easily to you. You are able to communicate very easily, effortlessly, and your learning comes easy and effortlessly to you as well. Now, this could be modified by any challenging relationships that Mercury has to other things in your chart. So take this as with a grain of salt. As with everything, we start to dive deeper into our charts and understand these energies and vibrations. With these readings, I can only give you a little snapshot of what's going on energetically, but it's up to you to really feel into how this Mercury energy relates in your life. Now, when it comes to Mercury, when Mercury's in a fire or an air sign, in this case it's an air sign, Mercury means that you learn very quickly. You probably also talk very quickly. I have a fire sign Mercury. I talk very quickly as well. I learn very quickly as well. So one thing that I like to remind the fire and air sign Mercuries is that you may encounter throughout your life water and earth sign Mercuries. They don't learn at the same pace you do, and they don't speak in the same way that you do, okay? So your communication comes easy, effortlessly, it's quick, it's off the tongue, you don't really have to analyze it, it's just kind of rolling and comes out fluent, okay? Other Mercury placements don't have this same effortlessness, and so there's a little bit of understanding that you can open up to when it comes to different Mercury energies. For example, my father is a earth sign Mercury, and he literally talks with breaks in his speech like this. And for me, it's excruciatingly frustrating. And for him, I frustrate him because I talk so fast he cannot understand what I'm saying. It's not that he's dumb. It's just that he doesn't process information. It's also how he learns. When he learns something, he learns a lot slower than me. He'll retain it longer. He'll be able to tell you exactly what it is that he learned, but it will take him a longer time to get to this information. So just something to understand about the Mercury energy. You don't have those energies, but it's important, I think, for me, it's been important to understand the differences between the Mercury energy and the elements and how it expresses. And you have the best Mercury placement that you could have. Okay, so this is where Mercury loves to be. It loves to be in Gemini. Gemini, again, is the ruler of Mercury, or Mercury's the ruler of Gemini. And so you are sitting on the throne of this communication and learning kingdom, okay? And you have a lot to teach the rest of us. But it also may require patience and understanding that others don't have the same learning styles, okay? Let's see what guidance is coming through for you. If you have not already, closed your eyes, taken a few deep breaths, and opened your heart to receive the guidance most aligned for you at this time. Here's your invitation to do that. You can call in any beings to be here to support you. I just ask that they be here in unconditional love and in alignment with your highest good and the highest good of all. Let's find out what is I'm going to take this card, guys. It was right on the bottom. I shuffled before the stream and that never happened. So I'm going to take this card. But remember that we are looking for a reflection in our communication. What are we seeing in the mirror was the intention of this Gemini energy. And we're going to relate it to the Mercury energy. I love it. You got the Two of Cups. So the cups in the tarot represent the emotional realm, which is just such a beautiful energy. You can see here these two people coming together, their hands, they're pouring their love and their connection down into these cups, and these cups are just holding all of these emotions that they have for each other. It's a beautiful card of coming together. It's a card of romance. It's a card of partnership. And that's what you're seeing in the mirror. So maybe you're seeing a partnership that you have with yourself, but you're also learning how to communicate. It feels like this depth of emotion that you may have for somebody. Let's see what the card has to say, and then I'll offer you up the affirmation, and we'll continue to dive into this one. When you share your joy with those around you, you will attract deep and meaningful ties with others. This card whispers of romance and love, bliss and attraction, and the unity of the like-hearted. Sometimes it signifies the beginning of a new friendship or business partnership, while at other times it marks a profound romantic union. This perfect pairing of matched souls has the potential to develop into the magical and intoxicating entanglement of twin flames, or the merging of paths that will be forever united or changed as a result. If you are single, look for the arrival of a profoundly passionate and devoted lover. Are you putting enough energy into your relationship? How you see yourself as one half of a committed pair will deepen and shift as the effervescent magic of the Two of Cups bubbles into your life. This sacred reflection will intermingle spirit, emotion, love, harmony, and balance. Yes, yes, yes. Here's your affirmation. I'm going to put it over here so you can just pause it to write it down if you want to. It says, I thrive in partnerships and my heart leaps with joy when I connect. So this is what you're seeing in the mirror. This is the reflection that you're seeing in your communication. What it feels like to me is that your communication is becoming more loving, becoming more intimate. It's becoming more harmonious and balanced, and you're deepening your communication. You're also reflecting upon this energy as you're calling it in, it may feel like. You also are learning about this energy and connection, right? Because Mercury is all about learning. So what are you reflecting upon? Well, you're reflecting upon what you learn from this deep level of commitment and connection to somebody. Perhaps you've had this in the past, or perhaps you haven't had it in the past and you've been learning through the absence of it. But what's reflecting back to you in the mirror is this really strong connection. And it may be that you're just having this intimate relationship with yourself. You're really communicating with yourself in a loving way that maybe you haven't before. Okay, that was a powerful message that's already shown up in these readings, is the message of the internal dialogue. So it may be that you want to start talking to yourself in the mirror and just in your mental dialogue with the kind of love that you would expect a devoted lover to speak to you with, right? The whisperings of sweet nothings into your ear. You may need to stand in front of a mirror and offer yourself this kind of love, this kind of devotion. Communicate this level of love. And you may also be offering this kind of communication to a lover, to someone else in your life. I would also look for where you see this energy elsewhere in your life, the reflections of it that you're seeing in your outer world, and learn from it. And really pay attention to the nuances of this dynamic that you see in the outer world, and recognize that every time you see it, it's an invitation for you to be more loving to yourself, to open yourself up to creating, attracting, and what's the word I'm looking for? Sustaining. It's not the word, but it's close enough. a relationship of this magnitude and depth and level of harmony and connection. Okay, Mercury and Geminis, this is a beautiful reading for you. I'm really excited for you to see this reflection and to learn from it and to communicate with this vibration and energy. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know how this resonates. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.